My journey to English fluency began quietly, without any big celebration or special moment, just an ordinary day when I finally admitted to myself that I wanted to change my future and that learning English was the key that could open doors I had never imagined. At first I felt nervous and unsure because English seemed difficult and unfamiliar, and every word felt like a heavy stone that I had to lift with great effort. I remember the early days when I tried to read simple sentences and my mind kept switching back to my native language, trying to translate everything word by word, making the process slow and tiring, but deep down I knew that fluency would never come unless I kept going. I continued practicing little by little, telling myself that progress does not need to be fast, it only needs to be steady. I listened to English music, even though I understood almost nothing, and I watched movies with subtitles, trying to catch the rhythm of how people spoke. Over time I started repeating words out loud, sometimes shyly, sometimes with confidence, depending on the day. I realized that learning English is not only about memorizing vocabulary, it is about training the mind to stay open, curious, and patient. I made mistakes every day, and at first those mistakes embarrassed me, but slowly I learned that mistakes are not signs of failure, they are signs of growth, and each mistake pushed me a step closer to fluency. I practiced speaking even when my pronunciation was not perfect. And I practiced thinking in English even when the sentences in my mind felt incomplete. I discovered that fluency grows from daily habits, from the quiet moments of practice that no one sees, and from the courage to continue even when progress feels invisible. I noticed that the more I surrounded myself with English, the more natural it began to feel. I changed my phone language, I read small articles every night, I listened to English podcasts during my walks, and I whispered simple sentences to myself as I worked or traveled. These small actions built a new environment around me, and my mind slowly adapted. After some time I realized that English words started coming into my thoughts on their own, without me forcing them. And this was one of the most exciting moments of my journey because it showed that my brain was truly changing. Still, the journey was not easy. There were days when I felt tired, days when I felt like giving up, and days when I thought fluency might never come. But each time I felt discouraged, I reminded myself why I started. I wanted a better future, better opportunities, better confidence, better communication, and a better version of myself. This reminder kept me moving. I practiced speaking alone in my room, imagining conversations with friends, teachers, or strangers. I pretended I was ordering food, asking for help, or introducing myself, and even though these conversations were imaginary, they strengthened my ability to think quickly in English. I discovered that the mind grows stronger when you push it to imagine, to create, and to explore. I also spent time reading stories and articles, not only for learning but also for enjoyment, because when you enjoy something, your learning becomes faster and more natural. Reading helped me understand how sentences flow, how ideas connect, and how emotions can be expressed with simple words. Writing helped even more. I wrote short paragraphs about my day, my goals, and my feelings, and through writing I learned to organize my thoughts in English, which made speaking easier. The more I wrote, the clearer my thinking became. I continued practicing for months and then for years, and slowly everything started coming together. English began to feel less like a subject I was studying and more like a tool I could use in real life. I started understanding conversations more easily, I started speaking with less fear, and I started discovering the joy of expressing myself in a new language. My confidence grew not because I was perfect but because I no longer let imperfection stop me. I learned that fluency is not about knowing every word. It is about being able to express meaning with the words you already know. I learned that confidence does not come first, it comes after practice. I learned that the journey is more important than the destination because the journey is where you grow, where you develop discipline, and where you build a stronger identity. Now, when I look back, I realize how far I have come. I am not the same person who struggled with simple sentences. I am someone who took small steps every day and slowly built a new skill that changed my life. Fluency did not arrive suddenly, it arrived quietly through daily commitment, through patience, through mistakes, and through persistence. My journey to English fluency is still going, because learning never ends, but I can now walk confidently knowing that every effort I make is shaping my future. I am grateful for the challenges because they strengthened me. Grateful for the progress because it encouraged me, and grateful that I never gave up. This journey has taught me that any skill can be learned with time, dedication, and belief. It has shown me that transformation begins with a single decision and grows through consistent action. And as I continue moving forward, I carry with me the understanding that fluency is not just about language, it is about discovering a new part of myself and unlocking Opportunities that once felt far away. My journey to English fluency is proof that growth happens slowly, quietly, and beautifully when the heart stays committed to the goal.